the revolutionary ankle lock system, an integrated brace built into the boots, delivering unrivaled support, protecting ligaments from twists, tears, and trauma.
Matt Lenihan for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store and R Kings. Something a bit different today. Gareth A, Davies. I'm at my first bare knuckle event. We're here in Leeds, the return of Paulie Malinaggi. It's not his first time in this kind of combat environment, but look, he's coming back against a seasoned fighter in Goodjohn. You're looking forward to this. It's a stacked card, isn't it?
It's a brilliant card, and there's an elevation, a resonance that BKB 47 is creating here in Leeds. As I say, it's a stacked card. A lot of interest in Paulie Malinaggi coming back to bare knuckle 6 years away. The last time he fought was against Artem Lovov, obviously. It's a long time since he was a pro boxer. He's 45 next month. He's talking about the curiosity, the itch, and he's in against a very formidable former boxer and bare knuckle fighter who's much his junior in Tyler Goodjohn.
Does it surprise you that someone like Paulie is coming into this? Because when you look at the history he had with especially hand injuries and what he managed to achieve in boxing with wrapped hands, with gloves, that he's now bouncing back into this, which is probably the purest form of like brutality that we watch in boxing. This is as brutal as it gets.
Well, he's talked about he's going to find out if he's been kidding himself or not, whether he's still got it. He's felt really good in camp. Saw him this morning. He's really looking forward to it. You know what he's like. He's a chipper character. He's extraordinarily confident on the outside. But I think what he has got are great erudite boxing skills, and he's going to need them against Tyler Goodjohn, who's also a very clever mover from the waist. It could be quite a poetic battle, but if Goodjohn, who I think will probably try and make it a brawl, will try and cut Paulie's got scar tissue, a lot of scar tissue on his face. So has Tyler Goodjohn. These guys, most of these fights, 85% of these fights end in the first or second round. Bare knuckle is brutal, it's visceral, it's raw, and it ends quickly when someone's either badly cut or badly hurt.
You sort of half answered what I'm about to ask you. I was going to say, why BKB is becoming and is the fastest growing combat sport right now. This is going, it's rocketing, it's on its way up. I was going to ask you why, but you've sort of alluded to that. Is that the magic behind it? Is it the stories behind these fighters? What is it?
I think people have become more inured to this old-fashioned, this ancient form of the visuals, the optics of this form of fighting. Obviously, it goes back to time immemorial when beings fought with their fists for survival or for rite of passage or for tribal warfare, if you like, to decide marriage rights or whatever it is, all those kind of things, or simply for survival. And I think there is now we've seen enough of it over the last 5 to 6 years as it's grown, that people, even years ago, I remember, you know, the organisation that Conor McGregor's, the rival organisation that Conor McGregor's working with or is a big part of, I helped them launch at the beginning with a press conference in the UK, and I remember writing a column saying, this probably doesn't, after the event, it probably doesn't belong on mainstream TV ever, but because of streaming now, because of all the different ways that you can digest different things, it has its place and it has its highway, and I think people love it. BoxRec are now involved. The big announcement today, BoxRec are charting all the bare knuckle fighters as part of their resonance. And as you know, being in the fight world, BoxRec is the most Googled combat sports website in the world. So the fact that has come on board and is giving it visibility and is giving it authority. You'll see me speak to John Shepherd today, the founder of boxrec.com.
It's a saviour for many people in boxing, isn't it?
Well, it is. I mean, no, but it's something that we all use. It's a resource. It's an extraordinary resource for everyone in combat sports.
Just aside away from the bare knuckle stuff, the news that's coming out. I saw earlier on Eddie Hearn uploaded a story of Dana White, obviously someone from the MMA world. Dana's reacted to Eddie Hearn's initial comments about this, and he's gone back and forth. This very much feels like Eddie and Frank, how they were, how Dana reacted. Eddie put something up saying, too angry too soon. And Dana's going for it down the camera. He's not saying anything really specific. He's just batting back the claims from Eddie Hearns when Eddie's saying, we don't need a belt, we don't need this, we don't need that. Is this going to sort of revitalise Eddie a little bit, give him that bit between his teeth that he's got maybe a protagonist like a Dana White who it's like, no, there's a challenge here?
I think he's playing a very political game right now. I think I'm not saying Dana White's made mistakes, but saying that we're not going to recognise any of the other sanctioning belts or sanctioning bodies, but we're going to have the Zuffa belt. I think if they'd just gone for the Ring Magazine belt, which obviously is under the auspices of Turki Al-Sheikh, whom Dana White's working with, I think there couldn't have been as big an argument from Eddie if they'd just gone with the Ring Magazine belt. But the challenge with the Zuffa belt, it's almost like calling it a matchroom boxing belt. So it has a different cachet about it, and I think it opened the floodgates for Eddie Hearn to have a pop at Dana White and a direct challenge. He's trying to move himself into a position to sit on the throne, perhaps, if it doesn't work between Dana White and Turki Al-Sheikh. There's no guarantee that is going to last forever. They're going to try and rescue boxing, which I do think has an element of issues in America. They call it broken, but we have big events and then we don't have big events. We've just had, if you look back on the last 2 or 3 years, there have been 5 or 6 very, very big events in boxing in America, but it doesn't need reparation. Dana White may be the man to do it. They've got the coffers, they've got the desire, they've got the ambition, they've got the deal with Paramount. They've announced, 12 fights next year. I'm sure it'll be 12 events. I'm sure there'll be more eventually. So it's fascinating what's going on.
Eddie Hearn was saying you won't get the likes of a Shakur Stevenson queuing up going, please let me fight for the Zuffa belt. And when you're talking about, everyone's been talking about the amount of money these fighters will potentially get paid, but if Turki Al-Sheikh is involved, surely there is money on the table to entice these people in.
The Zuffa belt will be there as a postulate, it'll be there as a platform. It will all be about how much money Shakur Stevenson will be paid to fight. He's not going to worry about the WBC belt if he's getting 12 to 15 million to fight. It's as simple as that. Money always talks in boxing. Money works with timing and egos. The egos will go out the window. The timing will be right if the money is correct.
Last one from me. If you could see anyone cross over from boxing into bare knuckle boxing, you can put one together, bare knuckle fight, who would you want to see?
I'd like to see Derek Chisora versus Jarrell Miller. I would like to see Darren Till and Carl Froch. I would like to see
Darren versus Carl in Misfits. Who wins that? Your mate Carl.
I wouldn't like to see Carl come back after 11 years out away. I think it's a dangerous fight for him against Darren Till, and we don't know if his body's still going to hold up. It's a really hard call, but it's a 50-50 fight for me.
Okay. Gareth, look, I know you've got preparation to do. Seeing the main man's in the house now. We'll catch up very soon. We'll catch up fight night.
Always a pleasure. Well done, Lifesaver.
The revolutionary ankle lock system, an integrated brace built into the boots, delivering unrivaled support, protecting ligaments from twists, tears, and trauma.